again, guys, it's Kelly here again, and welcome back to another Create the Sim video for The Sims 4. If you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Kelly. I'm a YouTuber from Bulgaria, and this is what I do here. I have a lot of speed builds, roam builds, and some Create a Sim videos. So this video is a little bit more special because I've been on YouTube for a few years now, but I've been active for maybe 2 years, I guess, on this channel, and I finally reached 100 subscribers, which I am super excited about. And this is sort of a video to kind of thank you guys for your support and for your nice comments, all the views, and of course the subscriptions. And this is what I came up with because, you know, 100 subscribers is not a lot, but it's a lot to me, and I am super happy that I reached this little milestone. And yeah, this is what I decided. I would thank you for your support with a video about the 100. Now, if you don't know what the 100 is, it's a TV show. I think it's a CW TV show. I'm not completely sure, but it's been out for a couple of years now. I think it's 4 seasons in now, and it's amazing. I mean, it's really amazing. I love it. It's one of my favorite shows at this moment. I do think that after the 4th season, you know, even after the 3rd season, maybe they kind of ran out of ideas at some point, but I really love it. I love the characters, I love the idea, I love the story. So if you're into a more sci-fi kind of survival sort of story and TV shows, I highly recommend this if you haven't seen it already. So basically what I did was created the absolute main characters from season 1 to season 4 now in a Sims 4 version, and I'm actually really happy and surprised how well they turned out, at least in my opinion. Some of them not so much, but some of them really do look like the actors who play them. And I, at the end of each creation, I put a screenshot of the character from the TV show next to a screenshot from my Create a Sim, you know, layout and everything, so you can kind of see the similarities and the differences. Naturally, I couldn't get them 100% the same. One reason for that was probably because I don't use any custom content in these videos, and I do try to steer clear from it from my YouTube channel. I do use some when I play on my own, but for these videos I usually disable mods and create custom content. So I've explained why in a few other videos, so I'm not gonna get into it, but this is probably the reason why some of them are not exactly like the characters or like the actors, but I did do my best, and I think for the most part I think it turned out well. Here you see me do one of the characters. Her name is Clarke Griffin. She is, I guess, the absolute main character. She has been from the beginning, and spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen it or is somewhere in between seasons, I am gonna talk about some stuff that are probably gonna, I guess, have spoilers in them, so watch at your own risk. I'm just gonna say this now. So Clarke Griffin, we're actually almost ready with her. She's one of the main characters. She's, what traits I gave the sim in this situation was I made her an insider, family-oriented, and ambitious, because I do think that her character in the TV show is exactly those things. She's an insider because she kind of she's the one who runs their whole survival operations. She's the one who kind of decides if they're gonna unite with someone, if they're gonna go to war or whatever. So that's why I made her the insider. She's family oriented because she really cares about the people around her and the people she loves. As you can see, she's probably the weakest sim in my opinion. I think that maybe I didn't exactly make her as similar to the character as she actually is. So I don't think, I mean, I gave everybody aspirations, which I think would kind of make sense if the 100 were to go into the Sims universe. So her aspiration was, I think I made her aspiration be friend of the world, because she's nice and she always wants to get along with everybody. At least, you know, on the outside she does. Honestly, if you've seen all the seasons, you kind of see that she maybe doesn't exactly believe even, you know, herself in what I just said. She is very, I don't know, slippery, I guess. I don't really like her as a character, or maybe just the way that she was developed. Though I do like her as a main character. She is a strong main character. So the second person that we are creating now is Bellamy Blake. And he's my favorite character, like one of my favorite characters. I think he's my favorite male character. And I gotta be honest, while I was looking for pictures to use as reference for my Sims, I kind of fell in love with this guy. Honestly, he looks so fine. I'm not gonna lie, he really does. But another thing that I noticed, every time, like in the series, he's very serious. He doesn't smile a lot. At least in the beginning of the series, he doesn't smile at all. And what I noticed, that the actor on set, when they're not filming or when the cameras are not on, he's kind of goofy and he always has this huge smile on his face. And I thought that it was so adorable. And I found a few pictures with the other actors, and he seems like the life of the party. Honestly, I would love to meet him if I could. He seems so nice, and yeah, he's also super cute. So, you know, just gonna throw that in there. So anyway, something that I kind of struggled with, you know, except the hairstyles for The Sims, was maybe the clothes. Because in the series, so it takes place on Earth, but on Earth in the very, very distant future. And they all came from the sky. They fell from the sky, literally. And they were on a space station for 90 years because Earth was radioactive. And these 100, hence, you know, the name of the series, but these 100 were kids that were kind of in juvie, you know, in juvenile detention, sort of, in a space station, who were sent to Earth as kind of guinea pigs to test if Earth was livable, I guess. And they all kind of have the same clothes, and that's something that going through screenshots really made a mark in my mind. Is all their clothes were like modern day clothes, but it seemed like they were worn and passed down from generation to generation. And I thought it was really cool, because if you're in space, you know, you can't really waste I guess plans on making new clothes, and you would concentrate more on having food and water and air. So it would make sense that all their clothes are kind of passed down from their moms, from their grandmothers, from other people on the station, and all of their clothes are kind of similar. They're basically the same. All of them, at some point in the TV show, all of them have these baggy black or dark pants with lots of pockets. They all have combat boots. They all have leather jackets, and yeah, I guess only their shirts are different, and they're all kind of run down, torn, and dirty and muddy. So, you know, knowing the set that, knowing the universe that everything takes place in, that makes complete sense. But for creating them in Sims version, that was a little hard, because there's not like 10 different leather jackets that I can use for all these different characters. So I wanted to make them all different, but still keep their style the same as a TV show. So you will see me use maybe 1 or 2 jackets and then change them in between characters here and there. The only person that I absolutely knew how I wanted them to be dressed was the last character that I created. It's Reyes. You're gonna see her just because in the TV show she has this kind of, oh, I don't know what it's called. It's like a sports jacket, but it's kind of short. Well, it's like till the waist, and it's red with this baggy shirt underneath. And I didn't have something like that in The Sims. You're gonna see that when I get to her. But I used a jacket that was black and the blouse was red, so I kind of switched them, the two colors. But it was just such a perfect jacket. I do try to use her here on Octavia, the one that I'm creating right now, which is Bellamy's little sister. So I really wanted to use that jacket on her, but I was like, oh no, this is so perfect for Raven. I can't use it on Octavia. Just don't use it on Octavia. And you do see me put it on and take it off, put it on, take it off. And in the end, I chose something else for Octavia, and I'm kind of glad I did, because this jacket was just really perfect for Raven. So anyway, I'm gonna try to link down below in the description maybe time frames on which all the characters are created. So if you don't want to see me ramble and talk nonsense all video, and you want to see just a specific character and how they were created, I'm gonna have those, time slots down below, so you can just skip forward. So anyway, like I said, we are creating Octavia's, Bellamy's little sister, Octavia. I love her name, by the way. Really, really like it. And the actress is gorgeous. Like, she is so stunning. You're gonna see in the picture that I put at the end. So naturally, I just could not get her justice. I could not. My sim is not nearly as pretty as the actor is, the actress, but I do think that, she does have a lot of similarities. And in the beginning, I made her with blue eyes, and I sent a screenshot to my boyfriend, and thank God I did, because he was like, why are her eyes blue? Aren't her eyes green? And he was completely right. Her eyes were green, and that was my error. So if you were wondering up until now, here she is with green eyes. And yeah, my sim is really pretty, but I think that the actress is a lot prettier. So moving on, I think at this point we create a character named Jasper Jordan, I think his last name was. And Jasper has quite a huge fan following on the internet. I was not expecting that. When I went in to search for screenshots, I think he is probably most people's favorite character. And he's really cool. I really like him. The actor plays extremely well. And, he's kind of a goofball. I mean, the actor is a goofball, and his character is a goofball, and he plays him really well. And unfortunately, here's where I'm going to put a little spoiler alert, because in the beginning of the series, Jasper was really cool. He was kind of just exactly that. He was a goofball. He was very happy and easygoing, and he would make jokes and do some stupid things, all for the fun of it. And somewhere along the way, his character changed a lot, and it was expected, honestly, because I do think that his character was a little moody. He as happy and goofy as he was capable of experiencing maybe deeper emotions and becoming depressed, and that's exactly what happened, I guess, due to events in season 3, I believe. In season 4, he's kind of lost his way, and I'm very sad about that, because Jasper really was a great character. Like, he still is, but I wish he could find the light again. I really do. I really, really want the old Jasper back, but I don't think we're gonna get him. So, yeah, that's a little, sad, I guess. So, for the Sims version, I was planning on making him gloomy, because I wanted the Sim to have exactly that kind of run from one end of the emotion span to the other, but that was not an option. I had to make him, I wanted to make him maybe moody, but I only had the option to make him gloomy or hot-headed. So at first I was going to make him gloomy, but in the end I think I instead made him an art lover because of another character named Maya, who kind of opened his mind towards art and showed him some incredible art pieces in an art gallery. And yeah, that's why I decided to make him an art lover. And also a geek. He's a goofball, an art lover, and a geek. So he was, at least in the first half of the series, he was best friends with the next character that we're going to create, who is Monty Green. And that's why I made him a geek, because I made Monty a geek, and they're both kind of geeky and goofy, and they were always having fun together and messing around with people. And I wanted to keep that kind of dynamic going in the Sims version as well. So here you see that, Jasper in maybe season 3 get up with the mustache and the short hair, because in season 1 he was shaved and he had a full set of hair on his head. So here we are creating Monty, and you just see me stop and pause here and there in the video, and that's just because I am looking on the internet for reference pictures and everything that I downloaded, so that I can make them as possible, close as possible to the actual characters and the actual actors. So Monty turned out pretty well, I think. And yeah, I do think that he looks like the character and the actor. I do think that maybe he was the easiest to create in Sims version. I don't know why, but I just found that a lot easier to create him as a Sim character. So Monty, like I said, is a geek, and he's also a genius, and I was struggling what I should make him as the third trait, so I went with creative. And he's a genius, and he's a computer whiz, so he's really good with computers. He and another character at the end, Raven, they're both geniuses, and they're really good with mechanical and electronical stuff. Like, Raven's better with mechanical stuff, and Monty is great with computers and electronics. So that was really, really great. And I struggled a lot with his nose. I'm just seeing that. I struggled a lot with his nose. I don't know what was about his nose, but you see me playing once, twice, the third time's fourth, and I keep squishing it and then pulling it out. It was a whole mess with his nose. I don't know what I was doing half the time. I don't think I made the nose exactly as it is in, the actor's nose, but I struggled a lot. So I think at some point I just kind of gave up and made it as close as I could. But his eyes are very similar to what he has, and his hair is exactly the same. Like, that's exactly Monty's hair. So his clothes are a bit different. Like I said, they all have these kind of combat boots or maybe outdoorsy shoes, just because they are kind of in a survival environment. They're in the jungle. They're constantly running or, surviving and stuff like that. So they need to be comfy. And here they are. I really like his cheekbones and like the way that his face is shaped. I think that my Sim resembles him a lot. So next, I think we have a very controversial character, which is John Murphy. And in the beginning of the series, you're like, oh my god, I hate this character. Why won't he die? I just want him to die. Like, everybody would really, really dislike John Murphy. And somewhere along the way, I think everybody started to really, really like him, because you see that he's not as bad as he was in the beginning. And about his traits, I was going to make him good as a Sim. Instead, I went with mean, just because I do believe that the character is, to the core, he's good and he's kind-hearted, but I guess he doesn't really know how to show it properly, so he just ends up being mean and pushes people away. So that said, I made him mean, a loner, and also kleptomaniac. So that's a bit random, but if you've seen the show, you know what I mean. He's kind of a thief. What? No, he's a thief. yeah, and in the last episode that I saw, spoiler alert again, he was going to steal a bunch of stuff for him and his girlfriend right now. So that's why he made him a kleptomaniac. Again, struggle with the hair. The hairstyles were very hard for me to get just right. And I like the hairstyle that I chose. I wish it was a bit longer, but I still like it, and I think it kind of fits him. The nose could have been better, but I think again it resembles as closely as I could get it to the character's nose. And yeah, so something that kind of bothered me was that I can't make them bloody or muddy, and that's the two things that every character in this show is constantly. He's either bloody or muddy or both. And John Murphy the most. He, especially in season 1, he would constantly get beat up. He was like a human punching bag all throughout season 1 and half of season 2. He was constantly covered in blood. And I'm kind of disappointed that I can't do that in The Sims, which is a family-friendly game and it's for kids and everything, you know, so yeah, no blood. But I was because I do have some scars and bloody things, bloody facial details downloaded as custom content. So I was considering to, just for him to get the bloodiness in. But then I was like, nah, just keep them clean and fresh, all of them. So yeah. And, if you decide to play with them, if you download them in your game and play with them, you know, they're gonna, like, as you can see, he's bloody, even in the screenshot. I could not find a screenshot where he was clean. Honest, swear. And, so if you decide to play with them, you can always just deprive their hygiene and leave them dirty. They're gonna be 100% like the characters in the TV show. I promise. So here we are on our last character, and this is Raven Reyes, and she is my absolute favorite character. She is an absolute boss. She is a badass. She is just incredible. She has been through a lot, like a lot as a character, and she still remained basically the same as first season. She did not change as much as everybody else, which is both, I think it's great just because, you know, the other characters kind of evolved, but she was such a strong character from the beginning that it made no sense for her to change. So she went through a lot of crap and she still remains the badass that she is. And also the actress is absolutely stunning. She is gorgeous, and I think my sim really resembles her, maybe just as an attitude, as well as features and everything. But yeah, I do like the way that she turned out. So there's not gonna be a lot of screenshots, just what you saw up until now, just the character and my sim version of them. And at last, you're gonna have just the screenshot of all of the characters and yeah, a bit of text in the end. So yeah, we're almost done. Like I said, I wanted to keep all of them to be kind of similarly dressed, but at the same time have different clothes, so they're not kind of the same. I did not touch the rest of their outfits, so I didn't even look at them. That's something I probably should have done. I didn't even look at them, and I should have. But if you decide to play with them, do check out what the rest of the outfits are, and those are up to you. Those are completely up to you. I just made the first outfits, and I think I'm gonna pat myself on the shoulder. I'm happy with how it turned out. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And here's Raven. She is just gorgeous. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the subscriptions, the views. Thank you for all the nice comments. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.